Hey folks, this is Kurt. Welcome to the Mañana morning check-in. And it is not the morning, it is evening. And I didn't want to let a day go by without popping in, especially now that we're doing this 5 days to healthy success challenge. And it's almost like evil has presented itself to prevent me from finishing this, but we're going to go through this. Okay. I got up today with a migraine that left me incapacitated. I basically was unable to function most of the day, and most of that headache is gone. So I thought we would take an opportunity now to jump in, and let's see if I can turn. No, let's do a new tab, and let's go to the learning management system over at the Mañana Academy, and let's take a look at our 5 days to healthy success course that we're working on now. Folks, remember the first day was like the introduction, and then the activity for the day was, basically to outline a goal, right? Outline a goal or a couple of things that could be changed. And then the second day, we talked about kind of like 5 or 6 pillars of being healthy. Talked about making sure that you get enough sleep. Talked about making sure that reduce sugar intake, maybe not be so dependent upon caffeine. And remember what I said yesterday? I said, it's not uncommon for me to have a lot of caffeine. Well, today I didn't even have my first cup of coffee until probably 6 o'clock p.m. And I couldn't even stomach the idea of it. It was just a really, really rough day. So let's go into day 3 here, where it says water is essential to every system in your body, including the heart and the brain. And so day 3 is going to start us out with lifestyle, right? It says staying healthy requires a perfect blend of exercise, healthy food, and self-care. Without all of these things, you might not achieve the success that you want. And that's why we're going to go over some tips on how to live a healthy lifestyle. For me personally, folks, this is a big topic. I've already told you guys the story, right? I worked for Ducati for a while. I traveled corporately. I got really, really big. And it wasn't just being big. It was being tired, feeling lethargic. My sense of humor had changed, right? I had found that, looking at it again, outside in, you don't always see things yourself, right? But when you try and see things from other people's shoes, you start to realize, I used to be funny, and now I'm a sarcastic, spiteful kind of funny. And those were the things that I was noticing, right? So I found it super important to stay hydrated. What I'd realized was, even though I drank a lot of coffee, I was drinking little to no water, right? And so I was not properly hydrated. It says try a standing desk or even a walking one. I love the idea of getting up and moving around. And you remember I talked about that yesterday, how when I worked at Suzuki, we'd walk at least 3 miles a day just by being there. And then it says make time for exercise. So yesterday we talked about, certain foods and certain things. We just had mentioned a broad scope, like staying away from sugar and not being overly caffeinated, and make sure you drink a lot of water, right? And now we're saying make time for exercise. And so it says, you should be working out. Find a couple of activities you enjoy that will get you moving and out of the house. Activities could be swimming, riding your bike, going for a hike, playing basketball, going through a workout video, or hitting the gym. It can be anything you want it to be. And I stress that anything. It can be anything that you want it to be. I know a lot of folks now are starting to get into like jumping a rope, and they're taking it serious, right? Like, I'm going to go jump rope. And that's what they do. They go jump rope. For me, it was bicycling, mountain biking, and road biking, right? So those are my things. Now, remember, we have activities, right? We have exercises that we're going to do after we do the content. And so when we go down to day 3's activity, it says, how do you activate your healthy success, right? And it says step 1, what else can you do on a daily basis that will help you move more and sit less? Brainstorm your ideas here. And it says, have you ever felt unable to focus while working because you were dehydrated? Folks, that happens to me. Sometimes I sit down with the best of intentions of doing something amazing on the computer, and then I sit there and just stare and be like, what was I going to do, right? So it's important that you stay hydrated. And then it says list some physical activities that you like doing. Now, again, you can print this page out if you wanted. If you were going to click, you could hit print, right? You could print this out as a PDF if you wanted to. You could copy and paste this into a Word document, or if you want, you could go ahead and let me go back a page here. If you remember, there was also the resources category, right? So we had the lessons, then we had the exercises, and then we had the resources, right? And so then you could do, the guidebook or the checklist, or take a look at that good morning report. And so like if I open up the checklist, for example, it's going to open up and it's going to give us basically a list right here. Tips for healthy pursuit of success. Get enough sleep, stay hydrated, keep healthy food in the house, skip the constant snacking, right? Goes through the whole thing for you. And so folks, again, I know that I'm late. I hope that you can understand. I hope you forgive me. And even with the migraine, I know that, I got enough rest today that I'll be able to, as the migraine subsides, drink lots of water, stay hydrated, and then find some way to be productive before I go back to sleep tonight. And that's like my thing. My thing is like, how can I stay focused on being productive, be a good father, be a good husband, and be a good boss, right? And so those are the things that I have to weigh myself against. And I pray that you have similar successes when you are trying to figure things out for you. So I'm going to keep this one short. I'm still not feeling 100%, but I didn't want to let the day go by, especially while we're doing this 5-day challenge, and not at least check in. So you guys have a good one. I'll talk to you later. And if you're watching this on LinkedIn and you're like, what is he even talking about? Know that you can go back in my posts on LinkedIn. You can see the videos that lead up to this. And it's basically a 5-day series this week. And I'm giving people free access to jump into the 5 Days to Healthy Success course and do it as a challenge with us for the week. And the lessons aren't so long that you couldn't catch up if you fell behind. And I think it's good. So folks, if you want, use the coupon code Mañana Mail, and you can sign up and get in for free. The M for Mañana is capitalized and the M for mail is capitalized. If you have any problems with that, just click the contact link at the top of the page on Mañana No Mas, and we'll get you in. Have a good one. See ya. Bye-bye.